Welcome to Her Path to Success, brought to you by the Arab American Women's Business Council. My name is Tahara Saad, and I'm the Vice President for this year. And this series is all about women of influence, taking unconventional passions and turning them into businesses. And who's done a better job of that than Farah Merhi?
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So you started Inspire Me Home Decor on Instagram.
Yes.
Did you have any idea that you would get to where you are at today?
I didn't. Inspire Me Home Decor just really stemmed from a passion that I was having, or a passion that I have. It was a creative outlet for a time in my life where I was struggling, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, which direction I wanted to go in, and what it is that I was really passionate about. So when I launched my page, it was just my idea behind it was I wanted to inspire others. I wanted to document the journey that I was going through when I was remodeling my house, but I also wanted to share something that made me happy on a daily basis with others that really enjoyed it. So that was really my ultimate goal there. And if I could get 500 followers just to keep that engagement going, then that's amazing. Yeah. So never in a million years would I have thought that, today Inspire Me has 5 million followers and is the most followed page in its category globally. So it's such a humbling thing to even say right now out loud.
And congratulations, you just hit the 5 million mark.
Yeah, I just did. So it's such a huge milestone for me. But really, it's not about the numbers. Mm-hmm. It's just about the drive, and it's about the passion behind it, and it's about how people are engaging and how people are loving the content that I'm putting out there. So that's more important to me than anything else.
Very nice. And how did you realize that this was your passion? Is this what you went to school with? This is how you got started?
Let me tell you my story a little bit. I found that my story is really not unusual. Unfortunately, I've been hearing it across the board, where a lot of women do come to me with that same struggle and the same story. So I didn't have anyone to kind of help me navigate that portion of my life back then, and so I'm hoping that maybe this story can kind of inspire them to do their own thing. So I was married, or I am married, married with my daughter, and I was going to school, and my goal was to get my political science degree, and then to go to law school. 3 semesters short of graduating, I just realized that law was not my passion. The direction I was going was just not making me happy, and I was literally miserable. I had to really dig deep and build that courage to tell my husband and my parents that all of this time and all of this energy and all of this money invested in my future is going out the window, because I could no longer see myself doing this. If I've learned anything, we get one life, and you cannot do something with yourself if it doesn't make your heart truly happy. You owe yourself that. So, begrudgingly, they accepted the situation and said, well, what is your passion? I said, I don't know, which was even more mind-boggling to them. So, the fact that I am dropping out of something that I've invested so much time in and really didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do next was very nerve-wracking for me. But thankfully, they gave me my time to kind of go through that self-discovery phase. And this is the point where I want to tell women out there. It is okay for you to realize that what you're currently doing doesn't make you happy, and it's okay for you to step back and not know right away. And kind of give yourself that time to discover yourself and discover your passion and what makes your heart happy on a daily basis. So I dabbled in a few things here and there, but nothing really gave me that joy that I was looking for. Finally, about back in 2012 is when my husband and I decided to kind of embark into this whole remodel world. And so we were remodeling my kitchen and all of my main floor. Now, any homeowner can tell you that that's like miserable. Yes. Anyone going through that remodel process, it's a lot of work. It doesn't really make you happy. It's it's overwhelming. But let me tell you, it was my aha moment. being able to wake up every day and bring my vision to life step by step, working with the crew that was coming in and really remodeling and bringing my ideas to life made me so happy. And for the first time in probably a year, I would wake up just excited and looking forward to the day. And that is when I realized that this is what I was passionate about. And this is what I wanted to see myself doing for a long time to come.
Right. And it takes a lot to recognize that.
It does.
You have to know yourself.
Exactly.
And that's a key theme that we have. If you watch all of the Women of Influence series, that's something that it took them a long time to realize they had to be true to themselves, and they had to actually be open to the idea of having these unconventional passions.
Exactly.
You know?
Absolutely.
Especially going from law to interior
design. Yes. I think at that point my husband was like, just whatever it is that makes you happy, honey. You know, and he's such a support system for me. And I honestly, I mean, you need that. You know, as much as you believe in yourself and your vision, having that support system to push you is very important. So going back the story, I decided, you know what, I'm going to enroll into interior design school. And at the same time, Instagram was starting to gain popularity back then. And a friend of mine convinced me to get on Instagram. I was on Facebook. I'm like, it's all about Facebook. And she's like, no, you have to get on Instagram. So I got on there, and I really loved the platform because it's all visual. So as I was there, I was looking for home decor platforms to follow, and I couldn't really find any that really spoke to my design aesthetic. So I thought, what if I just start my own page? It could be a creative outlet for myself, but it's also a great way for me to document this journey of remodel and share it with you know, people that decide to follow my page, and hopefully they'll get inspired by what I'm going through. And again, if I could get 500 followers just to keep that engagement going, that's great.
Little did you know.
And little did I know, yes. And so it's, you know, it gained traction. People were loving it, and I was gaining followers. About 7 months into it, I was going full-time to school for interior design. I'm a mom to 3. It was a mom to 2 back then. You know, I'm a wife, homeowner, so life kind of takes over. So I had to pull back from Instagram a little bit. So I was neglecting the page. Although it was growing rapidly, I had to neglect it a little bit because I had other things to focus on.
Right, you had to prioritize.
I had to prioritize. And again, this is a learning experience, I think, for other women to understand that, you know, we can't do it all. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. So during that time when I was going to school, I got pregnant, and I was put on complete bed rest.
Oh, wow.
This is, you know, I think sometimes it's all about timing, and it's all about how you see trials like this. Do you see it as it's the end of the world situation, or do you see it as a learning experience? And I think everything happens for a reason. You may not know what it is then, but you will later. So I was put on complete bed rest, and that, you know, you get bored. What do? You can't watch TV all day or read books all day. So I got back on Instagram, and I really got active on Instagram again, and my page just took off, and it was just growing so fast. The excitement, the engagement, and how people were responding to the posts I was putting on there. And I had this gut feeling. I looked at my page, and I'm like, something's going to come out of this. I don't know what it is, but this is making me happy again, and this is an outlet for me. Where am I going to take this? Unfortunately, the pregnancy didn't go through. I lost the baby, and
sorry.
You know, but again, I truly believe if this didn't happen, I don't know where I'd be today. I don't think Inspire Me Home Decor would be where it is today. So I came out of it stronger, and I chose to really put my foot down and said, okay, where do I commit myself and my time? Where? Because obviously when I go to school, it's full-time. I can't commit to something that's growing and something that's becoming really popular these days, which is being, you know, a content creator on social media. Or do I just drop all that and become an interior designer and open up an interior design office and take on clients?
So you took a risk.
I took a risk, a huge risk. And again, that was a risk that a lot of people were kind of concerned about, and were asking me, like, what are you doing? And I said, I would rather live my life looking back and saying I tried it and it didn't work, rather than I didn't try it and I don't know where it would have taken me. So this was another learning experience for me.
Oh, yeah.
And thankfully I
Lessons
took that risk.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully.
Thankfully,
Yes.
in more ways than one. I
Yes.
think it's such an inspiration to see that the journey you've gone through, because something I think a lot of women are afraid to do is to take risks.
I agree 100%. And I don't think it's just women. I think it's human nature.
Yeah.
Because when you're taking a risk, it means you are living, you're looking towards the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. There's no stability and no security in taking a risk. There is no book out there that is going to tell you exactly what's going to happen with your journey. Someone's success doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. Right. If you learn from their steps, or if you follow exactly the steps that they took, it doesn't mean you're going to be successful. You have to build your own way. You have to learn as you go. So I truly believe that taking that risk and taking those few steps and learning as you go is really crucial. And it was life-changing for me.
I bet. And your Inspire Me home decor page is more than just inspiration for home decor. It's inspiration for anyone that wants to create their own journey and follow through.
Thank you. You know, I think the beautiful thing about Inspire Me Home Decor is I get to engage with homeowners directly. I get to read their comments, I get to read their feedback, I get to see what exactly they're looking for, what they're asking of me, what would they like for me to do for them. Right. And through my passion, I'm able to do that directly with them. So I try to make it so that it's inspirational in more than one way. I think, or I truly believe from my heart, that everybody deserves that sanctuary, which is their home. To transform your house into a home is something huge. It gives you the inner peace that you're looking for. At the end of the day, when you come home from work, and if you've had a bad day, you come to a beautifully designed home that reflects your style and your personality. Just see for yourself how all of the, stress will just literally go out the windows, because you're just walking into this home that's welcoming you. The sanctuary where you build memories with your kids and your grandkids and your friends and your family, and I think everybody deserves that. So I've tried to make Inspire Me the platform that gives homeowners the tools to be able to create that sanctuary they deserve.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And I think you do a great job at it.
Thank you so much. I try.
It definitely shows, and it shows that you care about your followers as well. They're not just followers to you. So
thank you. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to kind of go back to your comment that being afraid of the unknown kind of scares people from taking that step. I truly believe that if we didn't have that fear, you would have willy-nilly people just doing things, right? And you just try it. But I think that take that fear and take that passion that you have, mix them together, and take that one step. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you feel like you need to take one step at a time, that's what you need to do. And that's what I did with myself. Take baby steps. Start crawling, then start walking, then start running, and then jog. If that's what's going to make you feel better about taking that risk, take it. Because again, you don't know where it's going to take you. If you have passion, if you have drive, and you have confidence, and if you believe in yourself, nothing else matters. And I think those are the lethal combination that can set a successful entrepreneur apart from maybe an entrepreneur that's not really going to make it.
Right. It's believing in yourself.
Believing in yourself is very important. Having drive, because if you don't have drive, one small misstep, one fall on your face, it's just going to make you give up. You're going to be like, I'm done. But if you have drive, you're going to get to learn from these mistakes and say, all right, what do I learn here? How do I change directions, and how do I make this successful? And you learn from it, and you keep going.
Right. It's recognizing that failures are not failures if you're learning from them.
It's all about perspective.
Right.
It really is. I truly believe, and I've seen this over and over through my journey. Again, I've been doing this since back in 2012. And most importantly, in the past 2 years where Inspire Me truly became a brand. If things don't go your way, do you look at it as, oh shoot, it's the end of the world, and I'm not doing a great job and I need to give up? Or do you look at it as, a learning experience to grow and to improve, and maybe even to adjust your vision a little bit, where maybe your original vision wasn't successful. That's fine. Maybe adjusting it a little bit and then continuing to go towards that goal. That's what you need to focus on. It's all about perspective.
Being flexible.
You have to be flexible. You have to adjust your vision. You have to adjust your goals, and you have to always be innovative in the way you do it.
Right. Constantly reinvent yourself and change with the times, and don't let the fear paralyze you.
No.
Let it push you.
Let it push you. Prove yourself to for yourself.
Right.
It doesn't have to be you're not doing this for anyone but yourself. Just remember that. Believe in yourself. Take that one step. And I always tell women that reach out to me and say, you know, I'm scared. How do I do this? How do I take that step? I always say, start with that one step. And I promise you, after that one step, you are going to figure yourself out. It's that one step that is paralyzing.
It's the hardest.
It's the hardest. Yeah. But the moment you take that one step, the second one will come, the third one will come, and you'll literally start figuring yourself out as you go. And don't rush through it. Don't try to reach for the skies and say, you know, or reach for to the moon, reach for the moon for the sky. Yeah. Try to have little goals. You know, so here's my goal for the next 3 months. Here's my goal for a week from now. Here's my goal for a year from now. Don't think you're going to become a success overnight. It takes time. Right. It takes a lot of patience. Right. It takes a lot of stumbles. It takes a lot of ignoring naysayers. It takes a lot of crying and heart palpitations at night. And you know, but the reward is when your dream comes true and you achieve your goals. All of that will be even more enjoyable for you. Your success will be even more special to you.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing a little bit of your journey.
Yeah, of course.
And I think we want to hear a little bit more about what was the turning point. So follow us again. We'll have the next time. We're going to learn a little bit more about Farah's journey and her turning point and how she really turned her brand into a business.